Hello. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have my glasses on to start. Hello. I've got to get used to wearing these things. Hi friends. Hello and welcome. Oh, I forgot to telegram. Shoot, I sent my text, but I forgot to telegram. That's kind of new for me. But hello and welcome. I know it's 11:15. Oh, I guess I'm about 30 seconds early. But anyway, I did a big shopping day yesterday at the Dawn Scott Antique Market. It's in Columbus. The big one is in Atlanta, and then they hold one in Columbus, which is an hour from me. So I'm like central Ohio, and like southeast. Columbus is kind of central. So it takes me about an hour to get there, and I always look forward to this show. I had to go by myself. Julie wasn't available, and Sherry, my friend Sherry, was in Kentucky at her daughter's for Thanksgiving. So, hi Deborah. So I was on my own, and I took advantage of a big day. I only made one trip to the car, so that was good. I carried everything the whole time, and yeah, I'm happy with what I found. Julie messaged me, and she's like, "Did you find any treasures?" And I did find a couple pieces that weren't Christmas, but mostly I loaded up on Christmas treasures. And I love to show you guys, good morning Jeannie, I love to show you guys my things that I find just to inspire you, or while it's fresh on my mind, what I paid for something. Hi Pamela. And I don't know, I have a couple questions on a couple pieces, and maybe you guys can tell me, or you know, see what you think. I don't know. Anyway, let's get going. The first piece that I found, so I've shared with you guys before Julie's silhouette collection. I think she has like 30 of them. She finds them at antique shows and on Etsy a lot. I think she found some on Mercari, but she got really into them. Liz Marie Galvin posted some in a bathroom, and she ran it like around a ledge, and I had seen it and Julie had seen it, and then we were shopping one time and she picked up this silhouette. She said, "I think I'm going to do this. I want to do this collection I saw online." I'm like, "I saw it." It's so funny. We're just so in tune. But anyway, and she went wild buying them. So then we go back and we're checking out Liz's, and I'm not sure hers were all quite as old as what Julie was finding, but she's really into like really, really old. Hey, Deborah. So, anyway, we've had fun looking for silhouettes for her, and I've only bought one for myself. Hers are all black framed, so that was what she looks for, and they're kind of easy to find in the black frames. There's some in gold frames. It's really hard to find them in wooden frames, and just to be different, my glasses are crooked. I found a really cute one. It was a man. We were at the Zor Antique Show. If you're from Ohio, hi Ruth. If you're from Ohio, Zor has a show once a year, and it's a really old settlement that I've told you the story before. I know. Hey Jackie. Hey Mary. But anyway, they have like you're vetted in, you're invited to this show, and it's all like curated by one guy, and he's got some fantastic vendors. Really. You got to pay up when you go there, but you know you're getting something really good. Anyway, so that was where I bought my first silhouette. Anyway, I found this one yesterday. Oh, Randy would be so mad if he were here because I say anyway too much. I'm live. I need your opinion on this. So screenshot it. Oh, you can't tell from the glare. Screenshot that and tell me. I know this frame is not old, this part right here. But I am convinced that the inside part right there is this part. All of these flowers look hand painted to me. The frame around him is not perfect, like printed perfect. I think it's been painted as well. And I kind of have a feeling that he could possibly have been painted as well, because he's a little, fuzzy like around the edges, and I kind of feel like I might have struck gold on this. I'm not sure. The frame, here's the back. Someone has reframed it, and you can see there's a bump out right here, and I can feel it, and I think that's where they've attached this. So I'm just curious. I'm a little stumped, and I can't wait to see Julie. She's riding side by side. For Thanksgiving, her family always goes on this big trip in West Virginia for Thanksgiving. So anyway, we didn't go because it's my first year to have summer here. If it's on velvets, it's Therium Painting. Oh, really, Jamie? Well, that's interesting. It is. This back is velvet. Yes. So I was convinced that this wasn't old. This like reminds me of what my mom would have in the 70s, you know? Like that's how she has stuff like this on velvet from the 70s. And so I'm not sure, but thank you for telling me that. I will research and see what I find. But yes, so not the picture itself, I can't really tell if the picture itself, if that cream colored background, but the glass is wavy. Not wavy, but it's got some dips in it, some seating. So hi Penny. So anyway, sorry to take so long on that. I'm just so curious about it. Anyway, I found this really neat door plate. It was $10 and I thought some door somewhere, I think I'm gonna add it to. It's got a couple of holes you can see there and on the bottom to mount it, but I thought at the little house with a crystal knob, maybe on our bathroom door or something would be really pretty. I don't know, because all the hardware there is like kind of coppery with a black patina to it, so it won't match. But if I don't put it there, I'll put it somewhere this big. It was $10 and I bought it like in the second row, so I was there almost 6 hours. So I carried this dumb thing all that time, and it's heavy. What's this say here? It says something. I don't know. It's number 328. I can't tell what it says. Anyway, so there you go. Isn't it pretty? I don't know. I think I'll put it, I mean, at worst, I could use it on the wall and hang a spindle or a knob out of it and hang a tassel or something off of it. So I think I can do something fun with it. And how often do you see something like that, right? Okay, the next thing that I got, pretty much everything's Christmas, but I'm starting you at this end of the table. So this is one of my treasures that I found. I thought the coloring was great. I prefer them to be round instead of square, but I don't know. There was something about it that I liked. The back, you can tell it was very old. This was when we're at the show, oh, there's writing on it. I didn't see that before. It was in pencil, 1937. Let's see. Something, it looks like C-L-E-A-N, oh, cleaned and something by M. L. Daughtry, February 1937. So he must have fixed the clock in 1937. But yeah, these make great backdrops. So when you guys are decorating shelves or, tops of cabinets or something, like a big piece of ironstone in front of this, or even just some greenery and a couple candlesticks, these are great backdrops for like inside my cabinet shelves. When I have all of my pretty things laid out, I like to put the clock faces in the back. And they're getting so hard to find, but these colors are just perfect for my house. So I grabbed that. That was a treasure. This I did not need. These Roebuck horns. Yeah, you could for sure put a wreath. I bought 2, and I know you're supposed to display in 3, so I don't mind that I bought a 3rd one. I'm not crazy for the base, like the mounting. I don't hate it. A lot of times they're not very good mountings. But the horns were uniform. But the reason I bought it was only $60, number one. And these can be like, normally they're like $125. So, but look at the writing on it. Can you see? Someone has handwritten, and I can't make it out. It's foreign. I can't make it out at all. So I thought that was really, really cool. He had 2 of them with writing. This one was the most vivid. And we have these guys that, like, after you antique shop at the same places for so long, people come back to these same shows and they get the same booth spaces and you kind of get to know them, but we don't know their names. So we have 2 of them that are crazy hair guys. We call him the crazy hair guy. And the one crazy hair guy was like really crazy hair, but he has like the most awesome things. The silhouettes from him, everything, but he's very expensive. We've bought boats and fishing lures and silhouettes. The antlers, the clock face came from him. He's usually pretty expensive. I mean, he had one painting that I loved. It was like $350. It was just this big, but it was like a I don't even know how to explain. It was a younger boy, and it was all golds and blacks and creams, and it was beautifully done. But it was just it was a lot. I'm sure it was worth it. He does know his stuff. But anyway, he got it. So the funny thing about him was he got his hair cut, I think, like back at Springfield, and we almost didn't even recognize him. He just looked like a regular guy. You would never call him crazy hair guy, but we still do. And anyway, I don't know why I got off on that. It was so funny. But I bought something else. We're coming up with the other crazy hair guy. He was there too. He sells a lot of ironstone. So I picked up a couple of these candles, and I know they're called something. I don't know anything about them, and the only reason I got them, they were in a bag with other Santas, and I've been trying to collect things for you guys. I actually have a whole bag full of smalls, and I thought maybe we would do a sale of smalls because you're all wanting to do the tins that we're doing, but you don't all, that's it, girly candles. Karen, you're right. But I got all of these Santas, and I thought they were really great. And you know, you need things like this. Now you can buy them at Hobby Lobby new, but there is a look, like there is a look that you get with the crusty old, that just when you put it on an old tin, it just kind of, I don't know, it just adds to the vintage look. Here's another thing that I bought, and because you know I have all of my fishing stuff downstairs, but this one stands. All of my other reels hang, but again, it's that gold and the black. And I don't know what struck, and it was only $10. So I grabbed this to put up just on a shelf, like kind of behind something, or you know, with whatever. That was a dumb thing, but I did grab it. Yes, girly candles. I couldn't think of the word. So these Santa mugs, you know I'm after Santa mugs. The fairy, let me show you these. You know, if you know me, you know I've been crying for Santa mugs. Look what was in row 2. I could not believe it. They were only $18 too. And that's a really good price. And I bought so many things from her, she knocked them down to 15. And I couldn't be happier. I could not be, that just made my whole, like I could have went home after row 2. But this is the winking Santa, and you can see the scuffy handle, and there weren't any cracks. There weren't any, like nothing wrong with them, except the normal wear, which I love that. I mean, that's how you know you've got something good. And this one here, so they're different. They're different. And the funny thing is, they're completely different than the 3 that I have at home. So I was so excited when I got them home and was really looking last night. I have another winking one, but it's different. Of course, it was kind of dark. I'll have to look again this morning. But they all look different to me. Yes, Karen, and Instagram, the Instagram girls are all over them. They're hoarding them all, just like the butter pats and all the things that they get a hold of. And it's impossible to find these cups, so I could not believe. And I waited an hour. It opened at 9, and I got to where I would get off at the exit at 8:30, and I didn't get in until 10 o'clock because of the traffic was back clear down the interstate. And yeah, so it was something. It was really something. So the other crazy hair guy, that has all of the ironstone, had 2 white, and to me they weren't stained, and I'm like, come on. But I know him well enough to know that if he had them, they're not old, but they're not new. They're a true, that's what vintage is. Antique is when it is really, really old. Primitive has a double, because primitive can be very, very old antique, or it can be like, you know, the primitive painted furniture and the stars, the stuff with all the stars in it and all that. There's a style, a primitive style, that's like a newer version of that old. No, I think these are fired white. These aren't painted, and the white ones are hard to find too. And the only reason they were number one, they were $8. Number two, let me see if I have one that I can tell better. When I peeled back the label and really got to looking at them, there's crazing. You can't make it out. I don't think you can. I'm trying to see if I can turn it just right so you can see. Crazing is like when an eggshell, when you break an eggshell, an egg to like a hard-boiled egg, and it kind of hairline cracks everywhere, but it's still smooth. That is crazing, and these are crazed like crazy. So they're crazed everywhere. And this one had a tiny little chip, but someone had repaired it. And then this one had like maybe a little bit of a rough spot, but anyway, I got them just number one, they were cheap, and number two, because of the crazing. So that's something to look for, because I know you could buy these at Target or maybe not there, but at stores they have them. And so the crazing for me was my sign. And at $8, if the crazy hair guy was, getting me, he got me. So, all right. Now I bought 3 of my pipe cleaner people. You know how I love these pipe cleaner people, and we make these. We've made them last year. I've made them with you a couple of times. You can go to YouTube and search Tammy Loves Vintage and search what the heck is this? This is weird. Oh, this is okay. I thought he shouldn't have a tail. Okay, search pipe cleaner and see what comes up. But anyway, these are old. He's really old, you can tell. And they are cotton spun. I don't know why I'm shaking. The cotton spun head on this one, so that's even better. And the cotton spun we've gone over mostly in the group. We talk about these, and then these two have those pink faces that I'm not crazy about. See how pink the faces are? A lot of these really old originals have super pink faces, but I thought they were really sweet, and I liked them because they were white. And so I picked those up. Now those can run anywhere from usually $20. If you can find one for $20, you're doing really well. And they can run on up. It just depends on who has them. I saw one yesterday. It was $65. Well, he had $95 on it. And I said, what's your best price? Because I was just curious how low he'd go. And it was a little bit bigger. It was bigger, more like our cotton spun Santas that we make. And he said 75 was the best he would do. So I thought, well, if I don't find a treasure, I'll go back at the end and see if he still has it. And I did find some treasures, but I still went back and I said, would you take 65? He said no. And I said, okay, I'm not going to take it. So I didn't. It was probably worth it because it was big. Let me show you what cotton spun. Like these, here's an old. So if anybody's new and you don't know, this is an original old cotton. I need to cut that off. I didn't realize I had that on there. Must have been the old hanger. Anyway, this is an original. You can tell. See how old he is? And he's all cotton spun. And Julie figured out how to make these, and we brought them to my private group last year. And we made several in there. We learned how to make the arms and the legs and how to connect them. We learned what to use, to make their coats and all of that. And so this is, when I talk about cotton spun, this is what that is. And so here is an example of one that we made. And the face is a clay face. I put the links in the description, but I have several. I have several on my tree that we made. But anyway, so yeah, the one that was so expensive was even bigger than him actually. And he was a candy holder, which makes him even better. I have a book on old Christmas. It's like real thick, big. And so I kind of wanted to check out the book and see what it had to say about the candy thing and whether I did right or not. But it was a cotton spun candy holder, and he had plastic boots. He would stand, oh, I can't say they were plastic. They were probably a Mod Podge or a paper clay or something like that. You could click on them. I don't think they were plastic, but it was super nice. And he was a collector, and he was great. I did buy some things from him, but I didn't buy that. You don't want to spend that much on a little thing that you're just going to pack away, and I don't know, I was torn. So I came across this booth that had these for, I think they're supposed to be like Jack in the Box or a chimney or something like that. And number one, whenever you find these things, always keep these old pipe cleaners. If you ever see them out and about, grab them, because the new pipe cleaners aren't this tiny, skinny, like this. And we make the little pipe cleaner people with them. So the new pipe cleaners, you can get slim ones, but they're still not the same. Anyway, so I bought all of these, and they were only $5 a piece. I had to buy all 4 for $20. And so I'm going to clip them out of here. And I could add to the, since I'm going to take them out, I'll show you. I could add legs and stuff with our pipe cleaners and finish him out and make a little person out of him. Or I could just snip it and add him to the top of our tins, our old tins that we make. You know, so we'll see about that. I found these two. It was $15 for 2 of them, but aren't they fabulous? Like, they're fab. They're great for, again, vintage Christmas is a whole thing. I know, and I hate that I'm going to take them out of the boxes, but I don't want the boxes. Maybe you want the boxes, Tara. I'm happy to send it to you, because they're old. They're great old boxes, but I don't want the box. And I don't want, I mean, maybe I could paint it like a chimney and do them up somehow. They have little designs in it. Can you see? Like, yeah, see the little starburst? And this one had some sequins stuck on the starburst. So, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so these are going to be great Santa people, great people. So I know, Phyllis, I was so thrilled to get these mugs. I can't even tell you. But so just to give you, and I like to give you an idea on pricing. So $15 for 2 of them. So I paid $7.50 for him, but he's worth it. I mean, he's awesome. And he's cotton spun. He's not the pink plastic. He's the cotton spun, and he's just awesome. Perfect. So I have a whole tree full of the pipe cleaner Santa. Some are pipe cleaner people, and we have made those here. I did make them in one of, I think it was a Sparkle Room event, but you can find it on my, YouTube channel, so you can look. So $35, so I paid $35 for these, and they're great. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I got myself a pile of Santas. There's an event coming up. I posted about it. I think it's next Sunday, and I'm on, I believe, at 5:15, I believe. And I think and it's about, you have to do a Santa project, and I'm thinking about doing one of these with you guys. So I'm going to do one. Julie's coming over Tuesday night. We're going to do some Christmas crafting, and we're going to do one of these together. We're going to both make one, and we're going to time ourselves. We have some that we made that we don't get into the pants and the shirt and the whole bit. So let me see if here, like this one. I'm looking. Let's see. No, he's a really good one, and he's a good one. Let me show you some of them that I have here. More like this one, where it's, see, just the coat. So we don't have to get into all of the stuff. And then look at these. These are little die cut, German die cut paper faces. See that? Can you tell it's paper? And then we finish the back. So we may, that's where I'm leaning on going with. I've already showed you him. And the fur, we buy fur hats. Yeah, I think so too, Tara. We buy the real fur now. And so buy old lady hats with fur. You can find them, you guys. We try not to spend, okay, the fur is from the hats, and we try to not spend more than $20 for a hat. We look for the old millinery flower hats, and then we look for the fur hats. And also you can find rabbit fur pelts, like the little mats, and they're not too bad expense-wise. And those make great fur as well. And I think that might be what this one is the rabbit fur. But the real fur makes a huge difference too. So we got a little fancy with him. Was testing some, staining some of the cotton batting. And then this one. So again, with the paper faces, I think I'm going to do the clay face with you guys. There's a mold you can get, and it's the just the air dry clay. So okay, so there's that. I did find one doll head. I can't remember how much I paid for her. That makes me mad, but I wouldn't have paid more than $20, I'm sure. I want to say she might be 15. I'm not sure. Thanks, Sharon. So I'm not sure. I'm going to guess 15. I found a couple of these guys. Now they were great, and they're just on a plastic ornament, but I thought they might be fun to try and figure out how they made those. Like those would be really cute to try and make. So we're running out of time. I feel like as crafter goes, we're running out of time for the Christmas season, crafting season. So these were $4 a piece. I felt like that was a pretty good deal. And then I found this little cute paper snowman. He's going to be great on a tin, on an old tin. I was hoping to find more. See, he's missing an arm, but I can take a piece from like one of the, well, I'll have to find one that matches, but you know, see, you can use these pipe cleaners. I might have to replace both arms, but you see what you can use the pipe cleaners. Anyway, but he's not in great shape. You can see he's got a little bit mist out of him, but he was $2. So I had to get him. He was $2. So he has the look, he qualified. Here's another really great one. This was $8. So I paid up for him, but look at him. And I mean, he's great, but just enough chippiness, but not too much. So he's a really good one. You know, $10 is a lot. If you're making a tin for yourself, these little tins can be quite expensive. And so if you're making it for yourself and you find a beautiful tin, it's okay to, I mean, I give you permission to spend your money, but if you're keeping it, but if you're making them to sell, it's very hard to find a tin for $5 that has the Christmas colors. Hopefully you know what I'm talking. Well, here's a couple that I pulled for my sale. I have one of my followers was wanting a tin, but like these are what I'm talking about. These tins. Like that was a beautiful tin. This was always a keeper for me. But then we've started our crafting and we've made some. Here's another one that was always a keeper for me. It's a tobacco tin, and look how skinny. Like I got it. Julie's like, I don't think you can do much with that. It doesn't give you much surface, but look what all I got on there. No problem. So love this one. It has a metal German deer. The thing is, his antler is missing on this side. So I just stuck it like he was, you know, rubbing against the tree, but he does have a missing antler. But like these deer, they're metal and they're very, very expensive. I had one in my hand. It was bigger than this. And he was $45. Just a heads up. That's why sometimes when we find these plastic ones, and I can tell you Hobby Lobby has plastic, we try to use old ones. You can kind of see he's a little chippy and tired, but he's just plastic. And then I'll show you that I didn't really intend on doing this, but here is this was my first tin of the year. And it's just an old candy tin. And I added some velvet flower, or no, they're satin leaves, sorry, red satin leaves that I'd found, and a pile of trees. Look at all the trees I put on there. But I've got a little deer resting back here, and then a mama deer and another baby deer here. And I thought it was really pretty. So this was my very first tin of the year that I made. And then the other one Julie said I had to keep. So it's out in the kitchen, and sorry you got to see my copier. Everyone has a copier in their dining room, right? And their office supplies. I was trying to not let you guys have to see all that mess. Oh well, it is what it is. It's real life. It's real life here. Okay, now, he was great. How much was he? He was 15. He'll be a keeper on a tin, but his colors are my colors. He's neutral, but he's still Christmas. He needs a tree in his arm, I think. But yeah, he was $15. And so you just have to find the thing that you fall in love with. And I guess I'm trying to, I just want you to not have sticker shock when you go looking. I think so too. Actually, he's Japan. He did look German, but he's Japan. German always has the best. If you find something with German, you'll know it's better than the other. Oh, Tara, I'm glad you're here. Look what I found. So Tara has Sweetwater Trading. She has the most beautiful pictures, and she makes a lot of things like I do. And anyway, she had a wreath that looked like this, and it was old. And one of my favorite, she's a really old lady, and I don't even know how she's still doing her shows. And then her son's kind of a smelly guy, so we guess what we call them. And he's always there, long hair, but it's so nice of him to help his mom. But he's smelly. And so, but they have the most beautiful Victorian style. She is always got sewing, like those of you when I was doing the wedding decorating, and I bought all of the veils, the wedding veils and stuff. We buy so much from her. This was the only thing I bought from her, and this was $28. It was $28. I think this is the only thing I bought. Yes, it is. This is the only thing I got from her. But I need to bend it out a little bit and fix it. And and I love her taste. I love her style. Like I hope she lasts forever, because I will miss her at the shows someday. She's a great booth that we always look forward to finding. Anyway, she said as she was wrapping it up for me that this was one of her favorite things in her booth. I go, what? I love it. And so then I told her what I was going to do with it, and how Tara, I said, I have a lady I follow that inspired me to pick up one of these wreaths, and I have all of my little people hanging on my trees, and they're getting full. But how cute to add my little people, you see, and do up like Tara did hers. I told her I'm going to copycat her, but like, I'm just using these things because it's what I have here. Let's see, maybe, oops. I was going to say maybe this would stuff in there in the middle with a couple of trees. I don't know, but that's why I picked that up, was because she sent me a link to a tree, and I liked it. Oh God, isn't it great? And I love it. It's not huge. It's just a nice size. I'm glad you like it. I knew you would. And I didn't see any of your glass things. You had posted once you were looking for some glass. I didn't see any. I screenshot it so I would remember, but I didn't see any. Let's see, I've already showed you that. So one of my favorite Christmas booths has the best Christmas stuff. She's taught us so much over the years of Christmas shopping, and these were in her booth. Oh, and then a couple over there too. But anyway, like, you can't buy trees like this at Hobby Lobby, right? $10 a tree is very normal. Okay, $10 for a tree like that. Look at this one. I need two hands for that one. Let's go back to that one. This one, I don't think it was worth $10, but yet at the same time, it was done so well. It was old. When they're on the wooden bases, that gives you a little indication that they're older than the plastic. Like, all of these are wood bases. So that kind of is a giveaway. For me, I know who I bought them from. I know that they are. She wouldn't have anything that wasn't old. I think this is spectacular, but yet whatever I put it on is going to make it be spectacular, right? I don't know. Yes, red wooden bases, exactly. So I love it, but I don't know if I love it. You know what I mean? It's like really yucky, but that's what I look for. I bought it. Obviously, I bought it. So what do you think? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This could make or break the, this could make or break a project, right? If you have the right project, I will wait and I will use this tree and it will be the showstopper. That's happened so many times. Julie has bought these ugly, rusted out, wiry looking copper trees. And I'm telling you, sometimes on a project, like the one, I just showed it recently on the tin that said tea and it was green. I just posted a picture of it. If you go back in my feed, it was, I think it was that one that she put an old rusty tree on and it was like, oh my gosh, who would ever think, now I know to grab a rusty tree, which I didn't see any, but here's another, this one was $7. And I loved that the top was all crusty. And again, it's off of a garland, but it's sweet one. And then it's really unusual to find red, I think. So I bought these two wooden base little red trees and they kept the tags. So I don't remember. I want to say they were $10 a piece though. But I love those. And then here's another nice, I see all the bases are different, but they're all wood. You always want the wooden ones, the wooden bases. And then this tree was really different. Now we had stumbled across these kind of trees. And I think they're from train sets. Okay? And it is not wood. It's more of a metal. Like when you bend these, they'll snap. So if they're folded up, just leave them. And I'll tuck, like it's got a broken spot, I'll just tuck that in against something no one will ever see it. I'll put some, like a greenery, something in front of it. So see, it's got one missing. I didn't care. Okay, so there's that. Then I bought two of these. They were $18 each. I have never seen, whoops, I dropped my price. I dropped the price tag off of that one. Anyway, $18 each. I had never seen one this tall. So I fell in love with it and I thought my Santa mugs were packed, but here, I was thinking it would set well in a Santa mug, but it's too, unless I filled it with cranberries or something, I don't think that's gonna work. But in my mind, when I was shopping, I thought, oh my gosh, but they're too, yeah, they're not, but you get the idea. Let's see, but I love the size of those. So in a little vignette, those are gonna, yes, I think so too. I was excited to have found those. I'm so glad you think so. So, oh no, that's not good. Let's see what this does. Like, see, I don't hate that. So in my display, in my cup closet, where I'm gonna put them, I'll have to see if Julia will let me take a picture of hers. Hers is amazing. She had a beautiful, big, beautiful house. And in her kitchen, she has double glass doors. No, she has 4 glass doors. So 2 cabinets with glass doors. And it's all like my little cabinet that I have in my foyer. It's full of that kind of ironstone, English, and all like advertising, wooden advertising and things. And then she's filled it with Santa mugs too. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay, so then, oh, this is my coffee. Oh, you didn't see it anyway. Okay, I do want to finish with those things. So let's keep going here. I'm jumping around a little bit. I added some mercury glass to that tree, and I really wanted more little mercury glass bulbs. I'm telling you, a cardboard box of mercury glass, little tiny bulbs, $55. Does she? How much are they, Darlis? I love her. How much are they, Beth? Yeah, I follow Beth all the time, and I love when she, actually, I recorded a bunch of my shopping yesterday and was going to come home and make a thing, like a TikTok or whatever, a reel, and I never did. I'm not very good at that. She's so good at going live and doing that. But I did find this box of Tinies. So I can add these to, let's say, I can add a little bit of reds or whatever color to the trees, and they're all vintage bulbs. And you're not going to believe it, but I got this for $2. That whole thing. I scored on that one for sure. Okay, I bought these two angels. They were $8 a pair, but they're cotton spun. Typically, these are paper, okay? I thought so too. It seems high, like a lot of these people watching are like, what? And you're gonna put, you know, like that candy tin that I did with all of those trees and all of the deer and all of that stuff, like it adds up, then plus the price of the tin. But I did this $8 a piece because the dresses were cotton spun and not paper. The heads are cotton spun. I love them. So I thought they were adorable, and I bought them both. She only had the two. I found this little guy. I thought he was adorable. He didn't have a price. I was looking all over. He was in a bag. I was looking all over for a price. He didn't have a price. And just to give you an idea, like typically you would see like this kind of Santa's pretty popular. See how little he is? He's going to be a cute little, like when you do a bow, he would be super cute to put in the middle of a bow. Like instead of a button, he would be the perfect size. Anyways, I don't know what it is about these antique dealers. If you're a dealer at a show, price your stuff. There is so much that I would probably buy, but there's no price. And I get tired of waiting on you to finish talking to somebody so I can ask you how much it is, only for you to say it's more than I want to spend. Then I have to be embarrassed to lay it down and not buy it. And it makes me feel bad that I think your stuff isn't worth that. It just puts the buyer in a really uncomfortable spot. And I find myself not asking how much is it. It's just easier to pass on it. And anyway, I was passing on this dumb little thing. I figured, oh, it's probably $10. I just threw it back down and went on, didn't throw it, but laid it back down and kept on my way. And the guy kind of chased me down. He said, hey, that little Santa's $1 if you're interested. I'm like, I'm interested. So I grabbed him for $1. But see, I would have missed it because I didn't ask. So, and then there was this guy, he had a big box. I should make that real thing and show you guys, because there's a lot of digging involved in finding these kinds of things. And like he had a box and he said, oh, everything in that box is $3 a piece. Why don't you just put a sign on it? And I said, you should put a sign on it, because then we don't have to ask you for every little thing. And yes, I hate that. He says, do you know how long it takes to price all that stuff? I said, one sign for all of this stuff. I said, you should do it because you're losing business. I did. But he was. I mean, I don't know how many girlfriends I've gone with that say the same thing. If they're not priced, yes, and more booths are not priced. And I think the guys just like to see, like I never carry a nice bag. I can't say never, but I try not to dress up and be all fancy, because you kind of want to look like you don't have any money so that they give you a better deal, right? So there's a tip for you. I don't know if that works or not, but you know, if you see somebody all jazzed up and like in her, 6-inch heels and carrying her Louis Vuitton, you might say it's $10 instead of $5, right? I don't know, maybe they don't, but it makes you feel that way. Okay, who would think, I've got a little Easter bunny. Wonder where it went. I bought two. Oh, I don't think I got him out. I just remembered I bought an Easter bunny. He must be in the packaging. I better go back through the trash. I bought a little tiny Easter bunny. I'm not seeing him here. He was just a tiny little one made out of pipe cleaner, and I thought, oh, that would be fun to see if we could figure that out at Easter. I didn't see him. I'm gonna have to go. I squeezed all my bags, but I bet you, being a pipe cleaner, I wouldn't feel it. He's in there. But I also bought this one. It is all wood. It is carved, and he's got glass eyes. See the glass eyes? So I know I was Christmas shopping, but I bought a daggone Easter bunny. I bought two. I'm sorry I can't show you the other one. I got to get him out of the trash for sure. That's two things I've lost. Yeah, I don't see them. Okay, so I love, a tree fell. Yep, I did have a tree fall. But yeah, I'll have to check the floor out really good. He's just tiny. He was just teeny tiny. He was $5. I remember because I spent $75 in her booth and I gave her $80. And I said, how much are those little bunnies? And she said, how about $5? I said, okay. So she kept the $80. Anyway, all right. Funny how you remember. Like, I can't remember for the life of me what I paid for something I was looking at. And I'm like, well, I can't remember how much I paid for that. I don't remember what it was now, and then other things come right to you. So I bought this for my mom from her. It had glass eyes, and it's real furry, like real fur, and she loves cats, and it reminds me of her cat that passed away. She called it Noodle. And anyway, I got that for my mom for her windowsill. I mostly love the glass eyes and the fact that it was like real fur. It's a great little kitty, so I got that for my mom. Yeah, big treasure. Let's see here. I picked this up for $1, but it's a great bottle topper, like a perfect bottle topper for a smaller bottle, but perfect. I got these dice, and I dropped one of them here in the dining room, and I can't find it. I was on my hands and knees crawling around, and I have to find it before Millie comes because I don't want her crawling around in here and finding it. But I've been looking everywhere, and I can't find it. But I bought four dice. You know, I have that little bowl of dice. So these had the look, and I absolutely love them. And so I bought the dice. Let's see. I did pick up... I didn't do very good on vintage jewelry. I'll show you the little pieces that I did get. Everything's $3 a piece, seems to be the norm. Okay, that. And then this was really pretty. It was $5, but for $5, I thought was good. And then that was $3. I thought that was pretty. I got the little boot for $2. I thought that would be cute to I think it's like a actual... You see the wings or whatever, but if I put this to the back, it could be a little stocking boot. See that I can hang on a tin. So love that. Like, it would be great on that green and gold one that I just showed you. Can I reach it? Let me see. Like to hang off of this would be really cute. See? So yeah. So I got that. Funny how you just know what you're gonna do with something. And then this little pin, I don't even know what it says, but black and gold for me, black and gold. Gotta do it. And then a button and this little thing, $3. That was in the $3 box, but I had to wait and ask the guy how much is it. This was $3. Love this. I'm always looking for this crusty, like this is a perfect example of crusty jewelry that is broken. You know, there's nothing, like it's an old broken pin, but that's what I'm looking for always. Let's see, I saw a question. No, Stephanie, no. Florida, I just brought home seashells. I guess I should have showed you. No, I didn't do any. I did go through a couple of antique shops. Abby had me carry a really small carry-on bag for the week. And so I didn't have room in my bag for any shopping because we had a layover in Atlanta, and it was less than an hour. It was like a 45-minute layover, and she was worried that our bags would get lost in the switch. And she said, Mom, just squeeze it in. So I did. And so I bought Millie a little pair of rattly socks, great big butterflies for her toes that rattle. And oh my gosh, you should hear her. Like, she sits and kicks her feet on the floor and rattles them. She loves them. I'm so happy. And then I bought another book for her, How to Babysit Grandma. That's really cute. And let's see, what else did I buy? I bought myself another black sweater, just what I needed. Yeah, I bought a black sweater, and I love black clothes. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't do any Nah, I wasn't looking for them, Debbie, so I don't know if I did or not. I wasn't looking. Oh, I'm sorry it's freezing, Clara. That's a shame. Oh, I'm glad you like the kitten. Okay, so I found some more of these. You guys know I have a ton of these on my website, so you're welcome, to check there. My website really needs caught up a little bit. It is, I keep showing you my copier. I tried to make it pretty, but yeah, I got my little scissor bouquet there. You guys have seen that before. Maybe some of you haven't, I can show you. But the clock faces are super great to craft with. And I always look for the crusty ones. I did buy a bag, so a lot of them on the website but they're clock faces, so they're still great. But like this one's not super crusty. Now let me show you a crusty one so you get what, like this one's really crusty. See that? This one's really crusty. This one's really so these are what I look for, like for my stuff, but I do pick up when I can find them, just regular nice ones. And so a lot of times you guys will say the crustier the better. When you order something in the notes, you'll say make it crusty, and then other people are like, can I get a gold one, or can I get a clean one? I did pick up some of these tags. And there's numbers, Hayes and Aeolian. He didn't know what the tags were for, but I picked up a whole bundle of them. If you bought them in bulk, you got a better deal, so they'll be $2. I've got to get them on the website, and that's probably not going to happen right away. I'll let you all know when I get it caught up. Yes, I love the clock face stuff. So I picked up this little guy. I don't know. It came with him. I had to buy this. They were both in a bag together. But look, again, my color, absolutely love him. So I did get another little guy. I picked this up, little bundle of millinery flowers. I don't think I'm saying that right, millinery. But they're really good ones for your projects. And you can see like a regular flower from Hobby Lobby. You could, of course, use those in your projects, but these have a look. They have an older look to them. So again, usually you can find these on hats. This was an old corsage, but it was only $2. So I had to get that. He had other ones, but this was the only white, he had like red and turquoise and all the things. I probably should have got them and put them on the website for you guys, but okay. So I saw this trip. These are poinsettia pipe cleaner flowers. Super easy to make. I'm not even gonna, you literally just loop your pipe cleaner, twist, loop your pipe cleaner, twist, do that, and then stick your little stamens in there, which you can buy. I don't know that you can buy them exactly like these, but you can get the little white ones or the little red ones, whatever. And then add yourself a little green pipe cleaner thing, and you could stain them, like tea stain them to try and get them to look old. Rough them up really well. You want to get the chunkier, they're called bumps. They kind of go skinny and fat and skinny and fat. I don't know, they probably make chunky pipe cleaners. I'm not sure, you'd have to look. Actually, this looks like they've used 2 pipe cleaners to do this. But I was thinking when I bought them that I would take them apart and use my Santa heads, and this would be like the arms, and then, this could be the legs, and I would have authentic old pipe cleaners. So that was why I grabbed those. They were $10 for 3 of them. Or they might have been 20. There's no price in the bag. She kept the sticker. They might have been 20 for 3. Actually, that price sounds more right. 10 for 3, I wouldn't have hesitated, and I was hesitating, thinking. So I bet they were 20. Okay. Lastly, here I got a couple little things left. This guy had this. He bought a yarn factory, and he had tons of spools, and he had tons of yarns and things, but he had a couple rolls of this stuff, and I thought it was really pretty, and I think it's super sweet. It kind of reminds me of a tatting, but much softer because of the furriness of it. You can see the fur. There, you can see the fur over my shoulder. So I thought that was really neat. I don't know. It was $1. So it does look like tatting, but it's not. I mean, maybe it's machine done somehow. I don't know. And then I did pick up some lace, just some little pieces. And I struck up a conversation with the lady, and she's going to get with me. These were off of sleeves or pantaloon bottoms or something. I don't know. It was kind of big for a sleeve cuff. I don't know. They've been cut off as something. But I love the sheerness and the softness for projects. So I got that. And then I got this because it's going to ruffle really well to make like a little skirt or a little poof. You can see like a cute little doily, you know, and then you could put, where'd that little Santa go? Here he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could do something like that and then stick it up in one of your tins. Like I think these soft, small are great for that. Oh, and it had a couple crocheted flowers on it too, so I love that. This, I didn't even open. Oh, here's my bunny. Yay, I found my bunny. Yay. I don't know what this is, but again, it's a cute little, it's doll clothes, I'm sure. It's doll clothes. And then this, I love the little buttons. And it almost looks like angel wings, doesn't it? Like I could make that be the wings, and it'd be pretty on the back too. So cute. Kind of got to keep creative, you know, when you're looking. I don't usually buy a whole lot of handkerchiefs, but when I'm looking for them, I buy them that's got a bigger lace ruffle. So this one's not great, but it was only $1. And the reason I do that in our group, you girls in my group know, but you can you can gather, like sew it and gather and make a really great ruffle for around the top of a bottle or something. But see how that lace does. So you don't have to have old lace. I just like the old stuff. But this one looks like it's gonna lay really well once I get it pressed out. It's even bigger, and I think this one's a better one. It's a little softer. And then this one's super fab. It's like a really good one to do that with. Let me show you. Love doing that. So like a top edge around a tin, like right now we're thinking Christmas. So that's what you could do with it. And see, it's just it makes a nice ruffle. So those were $1 a piece. Now, then I found a lady that was much more expensive, but I'll show you why I got them anyway. This was $1.50 for 3 of these. These are great for the tops of pumpkins, you know, when we cut a hole here and use them at the top of a pumpkin. I got it because of the color. This one was awesome. I think it was 3. Oh no, this was $1. This one was $1. And it's just going to be a super dainty little something, whether I make it into a skirt, you can see, or whatever, I don't know, but it was perfect for whatever. These 3, okay, these 3 were more expensive, but you can see why. Let's talk about why. So, well, this one I feel like, this I got from a different lady. She was only $1. This one's not bad, but can you see how this is like so white and so stiff? And this one too. There is a difference, but this is great for $1. That's amazing. Okay, so let's go back. So these are special, and the girls that have the booths with the women that have all linens, they always have them ironed and pressed, and sometimes they're in baggies, and they're always priced and all the things. Well, this lady is very well known for her stuff, and these were bridal bridesmaids And you can just tell it's amazing, right? And the lace on it is amazing. Now this was $12. So yes, it hurt my heart. But when I go to make something, I loved the polka dots in it. And when I go to make something, if I cut the satin out, if I do, I may not because it's so fabulous, but it's not my color. I might be able to bleach it. I don't know. I've got to be really careful with what I do since it's so expensive, but it's great. It's just beautiful and so sweet. You think it was worth 12? Well, good. Yeah, it makes you feel better. Julie wasn't there to be like, what do you think? You know what I mean? I was by myself. So I'm like, okay. This was $8. This is 1900s. Let's see what she wrote about this. She wrote anything? Oh, this was French lace. And that's the other thing. These ladies know what, like they'll tell you where it's made and all of that. So, yeah, we have a lady at Springfield that's always telling us all of that stuff. This one says 1921's silk, $5. So this was 1921. Again, another bridal one, but so dainty and delicate. You can just tell, you can tell the difference. You can just tell this silky, you can just see it. You can just see it. You can see it. So that was another beauty. And then I got this one. This one was $8 and it says 1908. And it's fabulous too. Again, what a great bottom for, like if you could imagine, I'm not in the office where I can show you the, where's my, here, you know, when we do the doll head things though, you see. So, yep, stick with me. Stick with me. Whenever I have the ideas, I try and come on and bring them to you. Oh, okay. So the next thing, if you live around a Target, go in and see if you can find this. Okay, $10. See if you can find one of these for $10. Tara, make sure you do this. I saw on TikTok a way to make this look really vintage, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It could be a fake, not really going to work. It's called a tinsel tree. They had 3 of them at the Target in Columbus on the east side. Indoor use only, it says. I'm not crazy for the base, but you know, you can cover that up. Target. Go to a Target and, oh shoot, I was going to do this in my group, but that's okay. I'll do it here on the main page with you guys. That's just more people to be embarrassed if it doesn't work. That's why I like my group. We practice things in there, right? So yeah, I'm sure it's going to work. So anyway, this will be one of the things. Oh, you can order it online. Okay, Target. Yep, go to Target. It's $10 and it's a nice size. Yeah, I don't know if it has the size on here, but not counting the base, you've got about, it might be 2 foot. It might be 2 foot. I'm going to say that's probably a ruler, 1.5 feet, something like that. Did you? Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it's probably the same thing. I saw it on TikTok. I'm going to try it. So we'll see. We'll see, but I'll do that with you guys. But here's the difference. Here's that old tinsel. Here's the newer. It's really close. It's really close. So it's good. It's a good one. But yeah, the silver is a little strong, but I think we're gonna play with that. It won't take as long. Okay, is that it? Was there anything else I wanted to show you guys? I don't think so. Oh, the bunny. My bunny I found. Here he is. Okay. So, he's on a little piece of paper. And they kind of just wadded up a little thing. And she picked this one because she said his ears were better. She had 3 or 4 of them. But she picked that one. Isn't he cute? Is he missing an eye? No. He's got 2. I thought that was his nose. He's missing a nose. He needs a pink nose. And he's got a little carrot in his mouth. But it's all pipe cleaner. We could do that. We could easy do that. And make it bigger. Yeah, totally could tarnish it. I'll do that when I'm done with it to make sure. Oh, he does have a little tiny black nose. You can see probably just the wire from the pipe cleaner. See it? But yeah, you could figure him out. So there's some inspo for you. So, all right, you guys, that's all I have. That's all I have. Oh, I was going to show you for those that haven't seen it, because I mentioned this. So I follow Emily on Instagram with My Weathered Home, and she is always adding to her, she calls it her scissor bouquet. So I had to have a scissor bouquet like Emily's. And once I started really looking at scissors, I realized you can buy hand-forged scissors like these that someone has actually made. I have 3 pair, I believe. This pair is, and this pair is. I thought I had and this pair is. Okay. So, and then this was, I thought these were really cool, but they're just like, one of you guys said they're just garden scissors, but I thought they had a cool look to them. So they're in with my scissors, even though they're not really garden. They're not scissors, they're more garden. But she calls it her scissor bouquet, and I think everybody needs a scissor bouquet for their office. So there you go. There you go. Have fun finding cute scissors. I think she started out all with just the silver bottom, black tops, and had a bunch of those. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the hand forged ones. So now I'm being a scissor snob. You know, it's so funny. You start out and then you get better and you get better, and you know, you learn. I guess you learn. So. Yes, that's exactly what I said, Bridget. Something else I have to get now is a scissor bouquet. By golly, I got me one started. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pair. I think that qualifies as a bouquet. So anyway, all right, you guys, have a great day. I'll look back through your comments. We're going to go to my mom's for lunch. My stepdad's putting, I think, a ribeye or something on. And Mom's got a bunch of stuff made. So I've got to go get some deviled eggs made up. We ate them all on Thanksgiving, so I make some more. It's Randy's favorite thing. So here's the thing. So I have this tray, I have this long skinny tray. It's like a row of eggs. And I had them ready for Thanksgiving, and he wanted an egg so bad. I wouldn't let him. Would you guys let him have an egg before you put it on the table and have one that's... And it's just your family, and everybody knows Randy, but I wouldn't let him have one. So, and he was so good, he didn't have one. Clear up to when it was time to pull it out of the refrigerator. And I pull it out, and I noticed there's one missing. This is like a little boy, he couldn't resist, he had to have an egg. So, he got it anyway. So anyway, I'm going to make some more and make him happy. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching me. I hope you learned a little bit of something. I hope I inspired you. And if you have any thoughts or comments on my finds, let me know. Let me know what you think. And I wish you all a beautiful day. Talk to you later. Bye.